Good morning to one and all. Today our topic is conductometry. In this video we discuss about introduction to conductance, introduction to conductometry, historical background, principle of conductometry, instrumentation current source, instrumentation conductivity meter, instrumentation of conductivity cell, instrumentation electrode, working of conductometric devices, application of conductometry, advantages of conductometry. See, introduction to conductance. The conductance is the flow of electricity through electrolytic solution due to migration of ions by applying potential difference between two electrodes. The conductance means the flow of electricity through electrolytic solution due to migration of ions by applying potential differences between two electrodes. Cathode negative charge will attract cations, anode positive charge will attract anions. Conductance G is inversely proportional to the resistance R. So the formula of conductance is G equals to 1 by R. The units of conductance is Siemens per meter. Siemens per meter. This is the conductance definition. Introduction to conductometry. The measurement of electrical conductivity of solution during chemical reaction is called as conductometry. The measurement of electrical conductivity of solution during chemical reaction is called as conductometry. It is determination of quality material present in mixture by measurement of its effect on electrical conductivity of mixture. Conductometry is often applied to determine the total conductance of solution or to analyze the endpoint titration that includes ions. See the historical background. The measurement of conductance began as early as the 18th century, when Andreas Baumgartner noticed that salts and mineral waters from the town Bad Gastein in Austria conducted electricity. The scientist is Andreas Baumgartner noticed that all the mineral waters from the town Bad Gastein in Austria conducted electricity. First time conductometry is used in the year of 1776 for the determination of purity of water. Friedrich Kohlrausch further developed conductometry in 1860. Conductometry was first improved with the development of the glass electrode in 1909. Conductometry was first improved with the development of the glass electrode in 1909. See the principle of conductometry. Conductometry is based on the principle of determination of change in conductivity. Change in conductance is due to the replacement of ions with each other. Ionic conductivity is different for different ions. For example, if we carry out reaction between HCl and NaOH, then in this reaction H plus ions replaced by Na plus ions, then conductivity decreases because conductivity of H plus is higher than Na plus. The movement of ions is mainly depend upon the concentration of ions. See the instrumentation. This is the instrumentation of conductometry. See the black diagram of conductometry. In this black diagram, okay, this is the meter, okay, these are the beaker, this is the thermometer, this is the stand is fixed with conductivity cell. Okay, see the part names. Digital display, your first part is digital display menu. Next second one is calibrator button. Next one, third one is power switch button. Next one, fourth one is burette. Okay, here burette. Next one, fifth one is titrant material. Titrant material is filled in burette. Next one, sixth one is anode material. Next one, seventh one is cathode material. Okay, next one, magnetic stirrer. Eighth one is magnetic stirrer. To stir vigorously the solution, we use magnetic stirrer in conductometry instrumentation. The current source, alternative current source is used as source. High frequency AC generator is employed. Electrical potential is applied. Ions will be transferred and intimately conductance takes place. DC current is not used because electrode become polarized, leading to high cell resistance. So we use only AC current in conductometry instrumentation. Next, see conductivity meter instrumentation. The conductivity meter mainly consisting of three components. One is digital display, second one is calibrator, third one is power switch. See the digital display instrumentation, it displays the conductance value. Conductance can be measured in microsiemens and millisiemens depending upon the conductivity of ions. The second one, calibrator button. Before we measure the conductance, we have to calibrate the instrument. Calibration method is given on instrument. Next, third one, power switch. To turn on or off the instrument, power switch is used. Instrumentation of conductivity cell. It is made up of quartz or pyrex. In conductivity cell, there are three types of cells. The first one, low concentration measurement. It contains a jar in which two electrodes are dipped in solution. Electrode made up of platinum. The second one, for precipitate type of reactions, precipitate type of conductometric titration can be carried out satisfactorily if the ensuing reaction product is sparingly soluble or having stable complex. Second one, it contains magnetic stirrer. Due to magnetic stirrer, precipitate does not stick on surface of electrode and you get proper reading. Next, instrumentation of conductivity cell. Third one, dipped type. As it is convenient to dipped solution due to its compressed size. Okay, this is the dipping position A, B and C. These are the dipped manners, dipped type. Next one, instrumentation of electrode. Made up of electrode is made up of platinum. The surface area of electrode is 1 centimeter square. Distance between two electrodes is 1 centimeter. Electrodes are coated with platinum black to avoid polarization and to increase surface area. Next one, see working process. Firstly, calibrate the instrument. Second point, a burette must be filled with the base and the initial volume must be noted. Next point, a conductivity cell must be inserted into the diluted acid solution in such a way that both the electrodes are completely immersed in a solution. The conductivity cell can be connected to a digital conductometer in order to obtain initial readings. Then the base added dropwise into the acid solution. The volume of base added must be noted along with the corresponding change in the conductance. A sharp increase in conductance of the solution implies that end point has been reached. The observed value must be now plotted graphically. The equivalence point can be obtained from the point of insertion between the two lines. See the basics, the basis of conductometric titration. Principle underlying conductometric titration, that is the substitution of ions of one conductivity by ions of another conductivity. Okay, the first type of conductometric titrations in acid-base titrations are conductometric titration of a strong acid versus strong base. Here we take a HCl as a strong acid, NaOH as a strong base. Before NaOH is added, the conductance is high due to the presence of highly mobility of hydrogen ions. When the base is added, the conductance falls due to the replacement of hydrogen ions. This is the falling condition. Hydrogen ions by the added cations as H plus ions reacts with OH minus ions to form undissociated water. This decrease in the conductance continues till the equivalence point. At the equivalence point, the solution contains only NaCl. After the equivalence point, the conductance increases due to the large conductivity of OH minus ion. This is the increasing condition. The conductance first falls due to the replacement of the H plus by the added cations, and then after the equivalence point has been reached, rapidly rises with further addition of strong alkali due to the large value of the hydroxyl ion. This is the graphical representation of strong acid versus strong base. These plot represent strong acid, these plot represent strong base. Okay, this exact point is endpoint value. Let's see second type, conductometric titration of strong acid versus weak base. Here strong acid is H2SO4, weak base is NH4OH. See, initially conductance is high and then it decreases due to the replacement of H plus ions. But after the endpoint has been reached, the graph becomes almost horizontal, since the excess aqueous ammonia is not appreciably ionized in the presence of ammonium sulfate. This is the graphical representation of, this is strong acid curve, this is weak base curve. Weak base curve is, it's a horizontal, almost horizontal is there. The first branch of the graph reflects the disappear of the hydrogen ions during the neutralization point. See the third type, weak acid with a strong base. Here weak acid is acetic acid, strong base is NaOH. Initially the conductance is low due to the feeble ionization of acetic acid. At the addition of base, there is decrease in conductance not only due to the replacement of H plus by Na plus, but also suppress the dissociation of acetic acid due to common ion acetate. In this graph, there is a, it will be depends upon concentration of the solution. We take a 0.001 molarity, this graph like this, 0.01 molarity, this like 0.1 molarity, this one. Okay, here the first decrease indicates weak acid, next one increase indicates strong base character. Okay, this is the weak acid with a strong base diagram. Next one finally see weak acid with a weak base. Both are weak character. Example acetic acid with NaH4OH. The titration of a weak acid and a weak base can be readily carried out, and frequently it is preferable to employ this procedure rather than use a strong base. Curve C is the titration curve of 0.003 molarity of acetic acid with 0.0973 molarity of aqueous ammonia solution. Aqueous ammonia solution is nothing but ammonium hydroxide. The neutralization curve up to the equivalence point is similar to that obtained with NaOH solution, since both Na and ammonium estates are strong electrolytes. After the equivalence point, an excess of aqueous ammonia solution has little effect upon the conductance, as its dissociation is depressed by the ammonium salt present in the solution. Here weak acid and weak base, weak acid is decreasing and weak base is like a horizontal ray. This is the diagram of fourth conductometric titration, weak acid versus weak base. We take a mixture of strong acid and a weak acid and strong base and a weak base. This is the graph like this. First plot indicates strong acid, next one weak acid, next one weak base, next one this one is strong base. This is the graphical representation. Whenever we take a mixture of acid mixture and base mixture. Base mixture is nothing but weak base plus strong base. Acid mixture is nothing but weak acid plus strong acid. We take a acid mixture versus base mixture. The graph will be like this. Okay, strong acid it is decreases, and then weak acid okay like flat, and then weak base it's a horizontal. Okay, weak strong base somewhat increases. This is the diagrammatical representation of mixture of acid mixture versus base mixture in conductometric titration. Okay, that's enough students. And then these are the different types of conductometric titrations. Conductometric titrations are strong acid versus strong base, strong acid versus weak base, weak acid versus strong base, weak acid versus weak base, acid mixture versus base mixture. See applications of conductometry. First application is to check water pollution in lake, rivers and other water reservoir. Okay, to check water pollution in lake, rivers and other water reservoir, we use conductometry. It is also used to check alkalinity of fresh water. Next application, salinity of sea water can be checked by this method. Salinity of sea water can be checked by this method. It is also used to trace antibiotics. Next one, used for tracing microorganisms in food microbiology. Next one, purity of distilled water can be determined. The purity of distilled water can be determined. To check solubility of sparingly soluble salts. Next, see advantages. Advantages are the measurement process of conductivity sample is quite Next one, provide accurate results with minimum errors. It provides accurate results with minimum errors. The result drawback somewhat better than other titration reaction. It provides accurate results. By graph endpoint can be determined. Suitable for the analysis if weak bases, weak acids, combination of strong and weak acids. This is the preferable analysis for the weak bases, weak acids and strong and weak acids mixture. This method is also suitable for turbid solution. We identified turbidity. Okay, turbidity means the impurities, the suspended impurities or dissolved impurities present in water, that is the turbidity. Okay, this method also suitable for the turbid solution. Okay, turbidity solution, that means mud particle consisting of solution. We easily calculate the conductance value. Okay, that is the better one to choose conductometry. Okay, that's enough, student. And then see disadvantages. There are some disadvantages in conductometry. The first disadvantage is only few specific redox reaction. Only few specific redox titration can be done with the help of this process. This is because of conductivity of the solution is masked by relatively high hydronium ion concentration. Only few specific redox titration can be done with the help of this process. Because of conductivity of the solution is masked by relatively high hydronium ion concentration. Next one, the accuracy of conductometric titration is low when conversion of the electrolytes are high, making the titration process unsatisfactory. The accuracy of conductometric titration is low whenever conversion of the electrolytes are high, making the titration process unsatisfactory. This is also drawback of conductometric titration. That's enough, students. Today our topic conductometry introduction, instrumentation of conductometry, working process of conductometry, different types of conductometric titrations, applications of conductometric titrations, advantages of conductometry, disadvantages of conductometry. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening.